Welcome to the English version of Para Ser Legal to Be Legal. Today, three things. One, New Jersey's providing licenses to undocumented immigrants. Big news, happened just about 3 days ago on Thursday. So, should you get your license? Shouldn't you get your license? What are the negative consequences of having your license, if any? What are the benefits? We'll talk all about that. Second thing, Trump wants to deport those that have DACA. I know that's really a big surprise to people. But here's what's been going on in the past since October and November. The Trump administration is actually reopening cases that have already been closed and because they have DACA. That's the second thing. Third thing, what if you worked in the U.S. illegally? What are the problems? What are the consequences? Will it stop your ability to get your green card? Will it prevent you from achieving legal status? We'll talk about that and more.
Calificas para ser legal, quieres saber, solo llama al abogado Andrés Mejer.
My name is Andrés Mejer. I'm published author, public speaker, and immigration attorney. Don't hold it against me. Any questions or comments, we're here for you. Give us a call, subscribe to our channel, we're here for you. New Jersey will give undocumented immigrants driver's license. Big news! Thursday, December 19th. Only 4 days ago, Governor Phil Murphy signed into law that allows undocumented immigrants to get a New Jersey driver's license. Now, we've talked about this bill before. The difference is now it actually is a law. So, the law creates two forms of identification. One complies with the Federal Real ID Act, which allows you to board domestic planes and to enter federal buildings. Now, this will only be available for documented residents, meaning green card holders, visa holders that are here for a longer period of time, like a TN visa, an H-1B visa, a student visa. All of those will be able to get Federal Real ID Act compliant driver's license. How to tell the difference? It has a yellow star on the upper right-hand corner. The second category is they're calling the standard basic license. This will be available for all New Jersey residents. It doesn't matter whether you're legal or illegal. You'll just have to provide 6 points of identification, which let me tell you is a real pain in the butt. New Jersey is the hardest of any state in the union to prove those points in order to get your license. Now, the bill won't come into effect for another year, precisely so that they can revise the requirements for how to prove the 6 points. The bill also prohibits insurance companies from charging more for those that have this license. It also prohibits employment, housing, and public accommodation or discrimination against any individual just for holding a standard basic driver's license or identification. Like I said, the bill goes into effect January 1st, 2021, in 1 year. And they anticipate that there are 500,000 immigrants that are of driving age and will be able to get the standard basic driver's license. Now, should you get the license? Now, for most undocumented immigrants, driver's license is a blessing. It'll be easier to get to work. It'll be easier to drop and pick off the kids from school. It'll be easier to take the kids to the doctor or to do grocery shopping or what have you. It just makes life easier in New Jersey. I don't know how people survive without one. Taxis and Ubers are just expensive when it's your means of transportation. There is not a lot of good public transportation in New Jersey. So for most undocumented immigrants, getting this license is a blessing. However, if you have an order of arrest or you have an order of deportation, you're telling the government where you live. You should clean up your situation before applying. I have clients that had an order of deportation, have been pulled over by the police for traffic violations over the course of years, never had a problem until they did. So by becoming Real ID compliant, so this happened after 9/11, and essentially means that states' databases, there's a variety of things, but part of it is they have to comply with certain requirements so that federal government and so law enforcement could share information from state to state. Part of that law enforcement is ICE. Now, does that mean that ICE is going to get access to New Jersey databases? Probably not without an order or a court order or something like it. But that doesn't mean, so there have been 2 states, Vermont, and I think it was Utah, but I'm not sure. There were 2 states that have given ICE full access to their database without anybody's permission. So without a court order. So now we're talking about US citizens whose rights have been violated in order to find a select few. And there are consequences for doing that. But the point is, if you have an order of removal, if you have an order of deportation, talk to somebody first, see if you can change your situation, find out, does it make sense for you to apply for a driver's license and let the government know, hey, here's where I live. For most people, this is a blessing. For most undocumented immigrants, this is a blessing and it's a fantastic Christmas gift. However, for a certain few, it's not. There's a husband and wife I met with today. His father is a U.S. citizen. His mother is a U.S. citizen. All of his siblings are U.S. citizens. He's not. His father applied for him in 1997. He's since married, and the priority date is not current. Now, to make it worse, he was driving in Michigan. He was picked up by ICE because he was close to the border, and he was put in removal proceedings. That was in 2002. So here we are in 2019. He's married. He has 3 U.S. citizen children. Should he request his driver's license? The answer is no, he should not, until he cleans up his immigration situation, because he puts himself at risk. How much is the risk? Impossible to quantify. What I do know is it's more likely the government will find out he's here illegally and he has an order of removal if he applies for a benefit that only an undocumented immigrant can get. Now, his wife doesn't have that problem. Now, his wife also qualifies for a U visa, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have a way to clean up his immigration status. He does, and we're helping him. But the point is, he shouldn't file for that driver's license unless and until he cleans up his past. Otherwise, he may not be here to enjoy his children growing up. It's sad, it's terrible, but it is a reality, and we gotta talk about it. So should he file? He should clean up his situation first. His wife, on the other hand, she doesn't have a problem. She doesn't have an order of removal. She doesn't have an order of arrest. She was actually a victim of a qualifying crime. She assisted law enforcement on 3 occasions. She qualifies for a U visa. She definitely should apply. So, New Jersey is giving licenses to undocumented immigrants in 2021. In the future, we'll provide you more information about what you need to apply, how you meet the 6 points. I mean, I could tell you I meet the 6 points today, but today an undocumented immigrant can't because they don't have a social security number. They don't have a driver's license. They don't have a U.S. passport. They don't have a birth certificate showing that they were born in the United States. They don't have any of those things. Those are core identity documents that you need to provide. Now, I'm assuming they will do it with a passport. I don't know that for a fact. We'll wait and see. And as they release the rules and regulations for how to apply your driver's license, we'll let you know. So stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and the moment we know, we'll let you know.